Hey, this is GemmyD's on Cars.
Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars, and today I have a car that I've wanted to take for a drive for a long time. It is, drumroll, Volvo XC90. Now when this car came out on the market a couple years ago, I was instantly blown away by the looks and the interior. I mean, wait till you see the interior. It's one of the nicest out of any SUV I've ever seen. I think Mercedes E-Class is the nicest car interior there is, but this one might be the nicest SUV interior. I mean, when the automotive world tanked a couple years ago, Ford was forced to sell Volvo, and Volvo was bought by a Chinese company named Geely. And what they did was they told Volvo, here's a whole bunch of cash, I'm sure it was billions, and said, here, go do what you want. And this car was a result of that. And it took them 4 years to develop because it has quite a lot of safety features. We know Volvo is one of the safest car brands around, but it's got so much stuff I can't even wrap my head around it. And I'm going to do an in-depth review of the interior on another video, but this one I'm going to drive it and tell you all about the looks. But first off, I mean, look at the thing. This is the Inscription model. It's got big 21-inch wheels. I think there's optional air suspension you can get, but it's got, you know, lane departure. It's got a 360 view camera. The owner was telling me you can hit a button on the steering wheel and say, I'm cold, and it'll raise the temperature of the car. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy what these voice commands you can do. But take a look at this thing. It's got the Thor's hammer LEDs. Nice badge. There's a camera there so you can see in front of you. Now this car, it's a big car. I don't know if it's even considered a full-size SUV, but it's got a third row. But it's deceptively big on the inside. Now all XC90s come equipped with a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine. Now this one is supercharged and turbocharged. Once I get it on the road, I'll explain how that works. But it's crazy. It's so much technology wrapped into this car. The range time, this is a T6 Inscription trim, but there's a T8 which has this same engine that's a 2-liter 4, like I said, turbocharged and supercharged, plus a hybrid powertrain. I mean, a 2-liter turbo pumping out almost 400 horsepower. Then I'm sure it gets really good gas mileage because of the hybrid technology. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, Volvo, I think, is hitting their stride. The XC90, or excuse me, the XC60 was just released, and I would seriously consider that whenever my wife needs to get another car. But alright, let's take a look at the inside. Now this one has the black leather interior with the nice wood. I mean, look at the finish of this wood. When I first got into this car, it's almost like it smells so much like wood and leather. It's such a nice smell. I almost felt like it smelled like a leather bag or like leather shoes or something. It was just crazy. Now their entertainment system is called Sensus, and it's another thing that makes this different is that every car maker is doing longer vertical or horizontal screens. This is a 9-inch centrally mounted up and down screen, which is kind of nice. It's got all digital gauges, nice steering wheel. It's got a bunch of drive modes. I'm going to check those out when I take it driving. There's the start button. But look at this wood. Look in the middle here, how it perfectly lines up the whole way. Even on this little piece right here, it's perfectly lined up. I mean, that is attention to detail. What do you do when you connect the audio to a Swedish car? You play Swedish metal, of course. I want to see how the audio sounds. Pretty good. Alright, I want to take a look at the back seat. Once again, it's got the beautiful wood finish. Pretty spacious. Not bad at all. Now, this actually has a third row too. Like that. There's a third row. I wonder what percent people use these, but if you got a big family, that seems to be good. It couldn't be easier to get in and out. Just push that back, and you're good to go. There's the trunk. Now, if you had these seats down, you have so much space. I mean, more than you would ever need. But yeah, not bad. Once again, has a nice button to close. Very nice. I'm impressed. I mean, I love the blue color. I love the wood on the inside. It's got the nice big wheels. Alright, let's take it for a drive. Alright, I'm going to select the drive mode. Now the dash is telling me that there's one person in the car. It just went away, but I think they do that so people have their seatbelts on. Alright, let's take a look at this center screen. Now the screen itself feels very responsive. Doesn't seem very glitchy. I mean, I hit a button and it goes right there. One interesting thing, you can have the heat seat and the heat cool on full blast. That's pretty interesting. I don't know what situation you'd use that, but I feel it blowing the cold air on me, plus I'm sure my butt will get warm. Wow. I feel the heat seat working already. That was like 10 seconds. Wow. I connected my phone to this, playing Metallica at the moment. Yeah, very nice. Alright, on the road. Alright, so I've been driving the XC90 a little bit now. My first impressions are that it's very smooth and very comfortable. These seats are so nice. As I get on the steering wheel kind of vibrated and it told me I was going over the speed limit. I was wondering what that was. But the way that the engine works with all the forced induction from 0 to 3,500 RPMs, the supercharger's working, and I got on it a little bit back there, and you can actually hear the whine of the supercharger, which it's not obtrusive or not annoying or anything, but over 3,500 RPMs, that's when the turbo starts to kick in, because turbos are infamous for, you know, they have to spool up and you get a little bit of turbo lag. But alright, I'm going to come to a complete stop. Car is off. It's got the stop-start technology that a bunch of cars that I've driven, the Jaguar, the Alfa Romeo that I just drove, they all have the stop-start technology, and it is like tomb quiet in here when the car is off. So I'm going to take my foot off the brake. Comes right back to life. Now, if you haven't seen the other video, when you take your foot off, the car is off. Okay, it's going to do it again. The car electronically is on, but the engine is off. So my dad is wondering about the starter, how that would work, but it doesn't have anything to do with the starter because the car is still on. So, alright, I'm going to get on the highway and see what she can do. Yeah, when you hit the gas pretty hard, you can feel the supercharger kind of kicking in. That was pretty nice. Now I'm sure starting with a 2-liter engine, that there as a starting point, you still get good gas mileage. As the car keeps beeping at me because I went over towards the center a little bit, and a little button on the dash went off that I was going out of my lane. I wasn't really, but it's working for me. That's the thing. This has so much technology working for you behind the scenes that it's keeping you safe. I mean, Volvo is known to be the safest, I think the safest automaker there is, and I know they have a big commitment to safety, is what they have. As a Range Rover, there's my competitor right there. But yeah, this car is nice. I was going into this wanting to be impressed, and I'm very impressed. It doesn't drive like as big as it feels. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, it's buttery smooth. I'm sure with the, I don't think this car has it, but with the optional air suspension, I'm sure that would be even smoother, yeah. Dash is very nice. It's got all digital gauges. Tells me what the speed limit is, and if I'm going over. Yeah. Very nice. This also has the little blind spot warning. There was some guy right behind me trying to get over, and my red thing was beeping. Car goes on. We're good to go. I'm gonna try to open her up on the highway. I want to see how it feels when the turbo starts to kick in. I definitely felt the supercharger kick in earlier, but I wanted to see how that feels, or if it sounds different, or if the throttle response feels different, or what. See what I can do. Lots of people offer Sunday drives, so I'm gonna try to go around them. Alright. I'm gonna let that guy go a little bit, and here we go. Wow. I think I heard the turbo kicking a little bit. I almost felt like I could hear both of them, like the supercharger and the turbo working. But yeah, that was effortless. I mean, this car feels like the power feels like it's more than a 4-cylinder engine, which is a credit to Volvo, because they're making a 4-cylinder engine feel like a lot bigger from the aid of forced induction. But it's amazing. It's a 2-liter turbo 4, and it's got that type of power. I just got up to 85 like nothing. I mean, that's impressive. Here we go. That was 90. That's just amazing. I mean, how you engineer a small 2-liter car to feel like it's got V6 and V8 power is amazing. I mean, that is a credit to Volvo. They did a good job. The power delivery was linear. I mean, I got on it, I stood on it. No problem whatsoever. One thing about these cars with so much technology, especially the T8 version, you hope that the reliability is there, because there's so much technology crammed into one car that you hope that it stands up. I mean, stands the test of time. I'd be interested to see how these cars stand up after 5 or 6 or 7 years of ownership, how they feel. But yeah, way to go, Volvo, you did it. I mean, this car feels so comfortable. You could drive to Pittsburgh and back. I mean, no problem. The seats are comfortable. The ride is comfortable. No body roll. Getting off on an exit here. It feels very flat, very planted. I mean, it's with such big tires too. 21-inch tires. Handling pretty well. Way to go, Volvo. Alright, I came to where I'm going. I wanted to show the 360 degree camera feature. Alright, put it into reverse. 360 view. Look at, it's got 4 cameras going. I'm not even looking back, and I'm gonna get into my spot. I honestly don't even understand how that works. But look at that. Beeping at me. Look at that. That's impressive. Alright, I'm going to try to make the car change the temperature for me. I'm cold.
Temperature set to 76 degrees.
That's funny. Let me try it again. I'm hot.
Temperature set to 73 degrees.
Thank you, Volvo. Alright, I wanted to go over the drive modes. If I hit the switch, it goes into Eco, Comfort, Off-Road, which I don't know anybody use, or Dynamic. I'm going to try Dynamic. Turns the car on for me. High Performance. Let's see how that feels. Wow. Right away it seems to... Wow. It wants to go. I think it also turned off the stop-start technology. Like when I was just stopped at the stoplight, the car was not off. I'm sure if you have it on eco mode, that would use that the most. But I think the throttle feels a little different. Yeah, it feels a lot more touchier. Wow. It kind of wants to go. Wow. I just heard the supercharger kick in. Man, this is different. It's kind of like a different car. I mean, I'm not going to go too fast. I'm in Woods Drive, but man, it felt different. It felt like a completely different car. Now, it still keeps kind of beeping at me whenever you kind of go off your lane, like the lane departure assist. I think that would be on all the time. Now, the dynamic mode, it seems like it beefs up the car a little bit. It seems like you got more power on tap. The throttle seemed a lot more sensitive, a lot more touchier. Interesting. Alright, so to sum up this car, it's amazing how much technology they have packed in this, package. To get that type of personality change and how much technology that you packed into a small 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, it's amazing. And it seems like a good idea because it seems like it sets the architecture to do whatever you want. I mean, I'm sure there's a V8 option which will be coming in the next couple of years, which I think there's going to be a Polestar version of this car with 600 horsepower. I can't imagine that. But to have all of your cars with a 4-cylinder option, to have so many different options for powertrains, it's a good idea. I'll be interested to see how these cars fare in the next few years as far as reliability, but from a package standpoint, I can't think of anything bad to say. It's comfortable, it performs well. I'm sure the gas mileage is decent with being such a smaller engine, but I'm impressed. Volvo did a good job. Also, the interior, what they did with the styling, I mean, they hit a home run. I'd say the outside is gorgeous. I mean, it's not as showy or as flashy as like a Range Rover. It's kind of understated simplicity. I mean, this car looks kind of modern. The inside is absolutely beautiful. I mean, you can't go wrong with the wood. So, overall, I'm very impressed. Volvo did a good job. Now, if this is the first time you're watching my channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that little bell to be notified when I upload, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya. There you go. Oh, that's perfect. That's what I want, Charlie.
Like, what is that thing? It's like I didn't sign a release.